week off at USC on the horizon.
Can we say now that this is the Notre Dame team that everyone thought they would see from the outset?
Tom, when they play clean football, let's face it, there are 2 losses early in the season to Michigan and South Florida. They gained over 500 yards both games. So I think what we're seeing is a quarterback maturing. And along with that quarterback, we're seeing an offense develop along with them. And I don't want to say you can throw out the defensive numbers, but you sort of can against an option team. That's not who USC is. USC is a conventional team with a great young quarterback in Barkley. And how much fun is that going to be in prime time in a couple weeks?
Barkley, the USC quarterback, toss to John Lee. As the scores flashed by there, did you see what LSU did to Florida? How good is, of course, Florida was playing with the backup quarterback, freshman quarterback, but LSU looks awfully tough.
Yeah, I think most people think Alabama and LSU were on a collision course. But let me tell you something. Oklahoma, not in the SEC, of course, but Oklahoma made a statement today in the Red River rivalry.
The way they beat Texas.
Beat up on Texas big time.
John Lee carries again, as you saw a moment ago, our first down line. As always, brought to you by Xerox.
So when I look at this team, coached by Brian Kelly, as this quarterback gets better and plays mistake-free, more and more you sit there and they go, they can win every game and they're still in the BCS hunt. Or BCS hunt.
Coleman with that catch from Dietz. Actually, it's Tucker Tipton in at quarterback now. So Tipton takes over the quarterback duties. Approaching the final minutes. Fast talk. Brandon Hernice.
I applaud the catch and the effort to get out of bounds, Brandon.
Yep. Now 58 seconds left. Airforce will go to 3-2, but remember they have a leg up on that Commander-in-Chief trophy, which is the most important thing for them, along with the conference championship. They beat Navy by 1 point in overtime last week, so a leg up on that Commander-in-Chief trophy. Strickland on the carry for Air Force.
Keep in mind, if you're a football fan, November 5th on Versus, Air Force against Army, and Tom, as you said, if they win that game, they win their second consecutive CIC trophy, even though it's the White Hat.
Lee waltzes in for the touchdown against very little resistance. So with 33 seconds left, Air Force scores another touchdown.
Triple stack. Good blocking up front. Bounces off the McCarthy. Good run by the tailback Lee.
So both teams over 500 yards offense today.
Lee's a freshman. You don't see many freshmen get on the field for Air Force. They actually started one at defensive end today, Nick Fitzgerald. Hart.
Don't believe he made it. Did not. So the 2-point conversion fails. So Air Force will go back to Colorado Springs with a 3-2 record, and here's what's coming up for the Falcons. They take on San Diego State. Then, of course, they'll tackle Boise State on a game on Versus. At New Mexico, there's that Army game you mentioned. Then they close out with Wyoming, UNLV, and Colorado State.
I think if you would prioritize the goals this team has every year, it's number 1, the Commander-in-Chief trophy. That's the most sacred for any service academy. Then number 2, it's the Mountain West. And then after that, all these kids have this big chip